I woke up gasping. Cold sweat soaked the back of my neck, and for a second, I couldn't move. Just that paralyzed confusion when your brain hasn't caught up with your body yet. The room around me was quiet. Too quiet. It looked like my bedroom. Same pale blue walls. Same cheap dresser with the chipped handle. Same little crack in the ceiling I always swore I'd fix. But something fell off. I sat up. The sheets were the wrong texture. Mine are soft cotton. These felt too smooth, like hotel linen. The air had a sterile smell, like a hospital. Faint bleach mixed with something metallic. Then I noticed it. My phone wasn't on the nightstand. In fact, nothing was on the nightstand. No glass of water. No book. No charger cord dangling down to the floor. Just a perfectly bare surface. My gut twisted. Still half asleep. I stumbled out of bed and opened the door. The hallway was identical to mine, but colder. The lighting was dimmer, like the bulbs were all just a little weaker than they should be. I called out, "Hello?" No answer. I walked toward the kitchen. My feet made soft sounds on the hardwood floor, but even the sound was wrong. Hollow, echoing too much, like the walls weren't absorbing anything. The kitchen looked exactly like mine. Same tile, same layout. Even the same refrigerator magnet shaped like a banana that my niece gave me. But the banana was upside down. That detail hit me harder than it should have. I never put it upside down. I opened the fridge. Empty. I don't mean just out of groceries. I mean empty. No drawers, no shelves, no light. Just a hollow, gray metal box humming quietly. "What the hell?" I muttered. That's when I heard it. My name. Faint. Drawn out. Whispered. "Daniel." I froze. It came from the direction of the bathroom. A whisper, like it was right beside my ear. But when I turned around, nothing. Just that same cold hallway. "Daniel." My legs moved before I even realized. I was backing up, breath getting shallow. That wasn't my imagination. It knew my name. Something wasn't right. This wasn't a dream. I tried to force myself awake, slapping my face, biting my tongue. Pain. Real pain. I was awake, and I was somewhere else. I ran to the front door. My hand grabbed the knob. It was locked. I twisted it, pulled, yanked. Wouldn't budge. The chain wasn't even on. The deadbolt turned, but the door stayed sealed. Like it was just part of the wall pretending to be a door. I backed away. "Daniel." Again. Closer. I turned around and sprinted to the back door. Same story. Locked, but not really. It was just there. Part of the illusion. Like everything else in this replica. I grabbed a kitchen chair and hurled it at the window. The glass didn't break. It rippled. The chair bounced off like I'd thrown it at a pool of water. But the glass stayed smooth and perfect. That's when I realized I wasn't in a house. I was in a copy of a house. A stage set. A trap. And someone, or something, was watching. "Hello," I shouted. "What is this?" Silence. Then, "Come here, Daniel." This time, the voice was different. Softer. Female. Familiar. My mom. Know her voice, but warped. Like someone trying to impersonate her, but not quite getting it right. I turned toward the hallway again. The lights were flickering now. Each flicker felt slower than the last, as if time itself was being stretched, pulled like gum, dragging me into this sick performance. I crept forward. The bathroom door was ajar. I could hear water dripping inside. My hand trembled as I reached out to push it open. The door creaked like it hadn't been touched in years. Inside, everything looked normal. My toothbrush, the weird little owl-shaped soap dish, even the toothpaste cap I always forget to close. Except the mirror. The mirror was black. Not broken. Not fogged. Just black. Like someone had painted over it in Vantablack, absorbing every ounce of light. I leaned in. That's when it moved. A shadow of mine, I thought, but it didn't copy me. It stood still while I moved. Then it raised its hand and placed it on the inside of the mirror. 5 fingers. Just like mine, but they were longer. and the skin was wrong. Too smooth. Too perfect. It tilted its head. So did I. But it wasn't mirroring me. It was studying me. Then it smiled. But I didn't. My stomach dropped. I stumbled out of the bathroom and slammed the door shut. What do you want from me? I screamed. Silence. And then footsteps. Soft. Bare. Approaching from the other end of the hall. I turned toward them. A figure stepped out. Same height. Same build. It was me. But it wasn't. The face was wrong. Subtle things. Eyes a bit too wide. Smile just a bit too stretched. Like a wax model that almost got it right, but didn't. It didn't blink. Didn't speak. Just looked at me and tilted its head. Like a curious animal. I turned and ran. Back into the kitchen. Slammed the door behind me. I grabbed a knife. The drawer was full of utensils, but none of them had edges. All round. All dull. Like props. I started laughing. Panicked, hysterical laughter. Like a man losing his mind. The kitchen lights began to flicker too. Then they cut out entirely. Pitch black. Until the oven light turned on. Inside the oven was a photograph. I opened the door. It was a picture of me sleeping. From above. From last night. I hadn't posted that. I hadn't taken that. I dropped a photo and ran to my bedroom. When I got there, the bed was gone. In its place, a gaping hole in the floor. A black circle, perfectly round, with no bottom in sight. And above it something floated. It looked like a jellyfish made of static. Tendrils of electricity dancing in the air. No eyes. No mouth. I knew it was looking at me. In my head, I heard it. Not words. Not language. Just understanding. Like it had peeled open my skull and was reading my thoughts like a book. Then came the voice again. Daniel, come down. My feet inched toward the hole. I tried to stop, but my body felt like it wasn't mine anymore. Like a puppet on invisible strings. My mind screamed, but my legs kept moving. One step, then another, until I stood at the edge. I looked down. Still no bottom. Just darkness that felt alive. My name echoed again, not from below, but from behind. I turned around. It was my mother again, but now she looked real. Not distorted, not warped. Tears streamed down her face. Don't, she whispered. Please, don't go. My chest ached. She died 3 years ago. She opened her arms, and I stepped back. She vanished. The room flickered, like a projector stuttering. Now I was back in my bed. Morning light filtered through the curtains. Birds chirped. My phone buzzed. 7 a.m. Monday. Everything back to normal. I sat up. Felt my chest. Still real. Still breathing. I got up, walked to the kitchen. Opened the fridge. Food. I let out a long breath. Maybe it was just a dream. Then I saw the photograph on the counter. The one from the oven. I picked it up. But this time, the person in the bed wasn't me. It was someone else. Same room. Same position. But a different face. And scrawled on the back in black ink. I'm learning. Thank you.